In today's video, we find out what happens when Sergeant Winter meets the Peter Griffin boss inside of Fortnite. We've tried this for ages, 2 weeks it took. I can't wait to bring this to you. We did it in the past with Geno. We also did it in the past with Foundation as well, all versus Sergeant Winter. So I can't wait to show it you. If you guys are new around here, don't forget roughly 98% of you guys that watch these videos aren't already subscribed. So tap that subscribe button. It means the world to me and it really does go a long way. So thank you. And if you happen to know the name of this skin on screen right now, comment down below and I'll be hearting everyone that gets it right. So the plan for today's video, here we've constructed a plan. We had Peter Griffin spawn over here at Snooty and we had to get all the way over to Winterberg where the Sergeant Winter himself spawns. Now to do this we had to find a nice little route where Peter wouldn't get stuck in the water, which we come up with nicely so Peter Griffin could get there really easily. It was important to avoid as much water as possible, meaning that we'd take as many bridges as possible or construct our own bridges, especially over to Winterberg, which we would need to do. Now also we have Krampus, which I may make a video if we get 10,000 likes on this video, which is a huge goal, which we probably won't hit, but if we do, then maybe we will make a video with Krampus versus Peter as well. So if we get 10,000, let me know and we may make that. So let's jump into this and find out what's going to happen between Peter Griffin and Sergeant Winter. So jumping into the gameplay, it was time to follow the plan and send our team to the different locations. At first, we would all go to the location of Peter to get some materials and take out any of the NPCs at Peter's location. We don't want them ruining the video for us. We don't want them in it. We don't want the henchmen getting involved. It was time to eliminate all them. But here we go. We land in, and the first thing I've got to do, because there's only 3 of us, I have to farm materials. This is important for later on because we're going to need to build some bridges across the water so Peter doesn't get stuck. Also, take out them NPCs because they don't want to eliminate us and we don't want them in the way. We don't want them following us either. So let's take them NPCs out easily. Down go the guards. Now Peter was on his way and my team had him bait him quite nicely. Peter was running around the front here and now he's going to follow our teammates all the way over to Sergeant Winter. It's a long run and it all requires a perfect storm, but with a little bit of luck we can pull this off and we can get Peter following us all the way. There was a lot to do in between though. It wasn't as simple as that. Peter doesn't exactly run straight. Peter Griffin is very hard to get to move and he can do a lot of damage to you. So you really have to dodge all of his shots and get him to follow you perfectly, which we had running quite nicely here. But before we get into that, to help support my channel further and show support to me, don't forget to pop into the map code you can see on screen right now, which is OG Tilted Towers One Shot. I've spent ages working on this map in between this video and we have made this map fully optimized. You guys can get an absolute ton of XP inside of here for eliminating players, and it's classic one shot. You can ADS while you're in the air, which is super awesome. You get headshot XP, you get elimination XP depending on your kill streaks, and you get XP for checking your score. Do jump in here guys, it's super easy to level up. It's got all of the weapons in from all the snipers and it's the classic tilted in a one-shot mode. You can ADS in the air, it's super fun. I love it. Check it out with the code on screen, jumping in and support me further by playing the map. Okay, let's jump back into the game and show you guys where we're at. So we grabbed ourselves a car and move ahead. We needed to get somewhere and cover the water as quickly as possible because we worked out which route our team were going to go at the start of this video in the plan, and obviously we know they're going to cross this water here, so we have to cover this with wood. Otherwise Peter's going to get stuck in the water because NPCs are really annoying and they don't really know what's going on. So we cover this water quite nicely and this is set to go. We get some extra mats just to make it extra like to go, I guess. We don't want Peter falling in, and there we go. Peter crosses it nicely. My team just get there as quickly as possible and I'm only just slightly ahead of my team now. They're getting Peter up this mountain while I'm razzing over as quickly as possible to this next location over to Sergeant Winter to get over to him as quickly as possible. So Sergeant Winter's POI over in the water. We had to get over there super quick. You can see Peter's on his way. He's moving very, very fast right now. He's almost at this lower section, which we're going to drop him down. But as Peter is moving over here slowly, I was constructing the bridge, which allows us to get Peter across because he can't swim. He doesn't swim very well at all. If he goes in the water, he'll just completely break and stand still. So we have to get him across here nicely. A little bridge should be enough, and what I'll do is expand this later. I'll get my team to expand it as we do bring him across. So we've got this nice little bridge here for the area, and there we are. Peter goes down here. You can see him sliding down. There he is. Replay's a little bit buggy because I'm all the way on the other side right now, and he does down one of my teammates. This was a huge dilemma for us. This was the only attempt we've had in 2 weeks at this. Every other attempt has gone wrong. This is the closest we'd ever been, so I had to revive my teammate. Otherwise the game would end because we're in custom games, and if you guys don't know, in custom games, if one of your teammates die, it ends the game because there's no other squads in here. So I had to revive my teammate here. We were lucky Peter didn't finish him. This gives us an opportunity here to revive our teammate. We go over to our teammate and revive them as quickly as possible. This is super awesome because as this was happening, I got so lucky because Peter's running across the bridge into the location of Sergeant Winter where he spawns, and we're going to find out what happens when these two meet, who's going to win between these two any second now. The downside is the storm is closing, but we just have enough time to bring Sergeant Winter outside of his POI. We get the revive, perfect, we head across, and while this is taking place, my teammate Awaken Fan is getting Sergeant Winter across over to this section, which we're just constructing right now, another little fighting arena area, and we're going to get Sergeant Winter out of the storm because we don't want to take Peter up there because the storm's closing, and we are just in the circle. Luckily enough, we got a perfect storm. We have tried this for over 2 weeks, so I'm so glad that we've actually pulled this off. And here we go. The battle between Boss Peter Griffin and Boss Sergeant Winter is taking place right now. Who is going to win between these two? Let's see. So Sergeant Winter is in the action. He's fighting Peter Griffin, dealing a little bit of damage. One of my teammates goes down there. That's okay though. We can revive them because Sergeant is focused on Peter and Peter is focused on Sergeant. You can see they're doing a lot of damage to each other. 54 there coming in with the shotgun onto Sergeant Winter. Sergeant Winter trying his best to do as much damage to Peter, but missing quite a few shots there. We're going to have to get another slide on him to get him back into the storm. He will be taking a little bit of storm damage, but that's okay. We get him in, and you see Peter and Sergeant fighting here. They're going to actually end up in the storm slightly, but they've had a little fight before the storm. We're going to try and get them out of the storm the best we can, but unfortunately, they're going to take storm damage slowly. We do get Sergeant Winter out of the storm. Peter does generally have a little bit extra health, so that's okay. Sergeant Winter is going to slowly walk back into the storm, but we push him away the best we can there with another slide kit on down on our teammate. We're trying to keep Sergeant far out of the storm to make this fight as fair as possible. Peter then decides to run out of the storm towards Sergeant Winter, and the fight continues inside of the zone. Very lucky here we constructed this arena. We are okay between these two. The fight is still taking place, and you can see Peter and Sergeant doing the best they can to get as much damage on each other. They're doing really good. This is interesting actually because Peter's missing a few shotguns, and obviously Sergeant's still missing a few ARs. He always misses Sergeant Winter, but this is one that I've never seen him miss this much. You can see Peter missing a few shotguns there. He does actually miss that one again. We do get the revive on our team here. You can see them in a little bit of action here in the actual gameplay POV to help you guys get like an understanding what's happening. Peter's only lost his shield a little bit. He hasn't really fully been cracked. We can't see Sergeant Winter's health sadly because we haven't damaged him, otherwise he would aggro on us. You can see the fight between these two is still taking place. Peter's only lost half of his shield, but Sergeant Winter must have lost a little bit more than that. It's pretty close between these two. Surely Peter Griffin's going to hit a shotgun shot. He does. He deals 54 damage there. Sergeant Winter still has his shield right there. Another little slide kit moving in Sergeant Winter into the battle a little bit further to keep him away from that storm. Another shotgun shot hitting onto the Sergeant there. Sergeant trying his best. Oh, he has cracked his shield now. Peter has officially cracked Sergeant's shield. We've got to cover that spot there. We don't want Sergeant going in the water. No, we can't let... Oh, he's walked past. It's okay. It's okay. The battle's still going, hitting over the water there. Cover that up as quickly as possible. The fight's happening between these two. It's pretty packed. Sergeant Winter again getting a little bit of a hit there on Peter, but Peter does get another little shotgun shot. Missing a few shots though. Lots of shotgun shots missing. Only getting 16 there on Sergeant Winter. Sergeant Winter trying his best with his AR to get as much damage as possible on to Peter Griffin. Unfortunately, the storm has closed right now, but it's okay. We can get a good balance between these two to see who's winning. They've had a lot of opportunities to deal damage against each other. It's a pretty close one. You can see Peter Griffin is aiming in with his shotgun, missing a few shots there on Sergeant Winter. Gets the 16 again. Only getting 16 damage on it. It's almost like Sergeant Winter has an extra little bit of health, and he does finish him off there with the shotgun and gets the elimination. A big victory for the Peter Griffin right there, and he did have a decent amount of health left actually. He never actually got to do his emote where he recharges his shield, so that was quite interesting. He never got that far down, and Sergeant unfortunately lost against the Peter Griffin. And there's the victory royale at the end of the game to see the Peter do his little emote. Don't forget to check out the map code to play Tilted One Shot to get an absolute ton of XP, and it really does help support me further. This video took over 2 weeks to make, so anyone doing that, it really means a lot. And to support me even further, don't forget to pop in code POST to your item shop. It really does go a long way. Thank you everyone for supporting. Peace.